Welcome to the transcription explanation of these 5 designs. So this is my Whovian's Delight bundle where I have a couple catchphrases and important words throughout the series. I picked 5 of my favorite designs for this. Anyway, so here we have our script key, and this shows that a word circle is read starting at the bottom and then going counterclockwise like a time traveler going back in time. And letters are made by combining these different letter stems with different modifiers. We have dot modifiers and we have line modifiers. And these lines count when they end on a letter. So on this design, this line here counts, this thin one, because it ends on the thicker letter stem, whereas this one goes right through it and doesn't count. So only one line ends on this letter. So that make it in this column. Anyway, vowels are these little circles, and they're kind of tricky because they can be by themselves or attached to different consonants. Like this one here is attached to the G in Geronimo. Anyway, let's go ahead and start reading this. So this one has a decorative outer sentence circle, which has these divots on it, which they don't count to the translation. Our word circle starts here, and this is a deep divot with 1, 2, 3 lines on it, so that makes it an F. And then we have an A, and it is outside the word circle, like this. Then we continue around. Here's this circle inside the word circle, and it has one line like we talked about earlier, so that would be the F-A-N. And then we have a T, shallow divot with no modifiers. Then an A outside the word circle, like that. Then we have these 2 letters, and they are stacked. There's a shallow, they're both shallow divots, so they're both in this row, and letters with the same stem can be stacked. So we read the consonants before the vowels, so that means these 2 consonants go before the vowels. Okay, and then the same letters, the same thickness. So these are 2 different letters because they're 2 different thicknesses. And because of that, we read thin to thick. Let me zoom in on these rules really quick. So yeah, this is the rules for letter stacking. And that means we have this thin one with 1, 2, 3 lines read before this thick one with no lines ending on it, read before the vowels. That would be an S, T, and then an I. And then we have 1, 2 dots on this K at the end. So in this script, this letter C is special. You typically don't use it unless you're writing a proper noun or an acronym, though it's come more common of a thing in modern designs where you can put the 4 dots and make it a letter C. Otherwise, you're still welcome to swap it to a K if it goes K, or an S if it goes S, or a CH if it goes Ch. So anyway, here we have F-A-N-T-A-S-T-I-K. Fantastic. Here we have Geronimo, which is a simpler word, and I probably should have started with this one, but it starts with a deep divot with 1 line on it, this little line right here. So that makes it a G. And then we have an E centered right in the middle of that G. See where that red circle is? If we follow that down, that would be an E. Then we have this shallow divot with 1, 2, 3 dots, making it an R. And then attached on it is an O, like a bead on a string. And then we have this circle inside the word circle, and it's got 1 line ending on the consonant and then 1 line on the vowel. So that would be an N and an I with a line going inwards. And then we have this circle inside the word circle with 1, 2, 3 lines ending on it. Yes, this curvy boy is just a line that counts twice because it connects here and here. That's all that thick line is. And that makes it an M, and then we have an O. So that's Geronimo. Here we have Hello Sweetie, and we start at the bottom here. This is a deep divot with 2 lines, so that's an H. E, double L, 1, 2, 3 dots on the double letter, and then an O. Then we have the shallow divot with 1, 2, 3 lines, so that's an S. A W with 2 lines, an E. This is just kind of a big E, but it's not anything else because it couldn't be anything else, and it is right here, so that would be an E. Here's another E, then we have a T, and then we have an I line going inwards, and then an E. And this should have like a little, I might have accidentally, when I merged my layers, accidentally a thing there. So a proper I would be like this. Beautiful. But yeah, when I was just putting this on here and merging my layers, I accidentally turned that dot into a circle. I must have had my paths wrong or something. Anyway, so that would be Hello Sweetie. And then we have Bad Wolf. We have a deep divot with no modifier, so that would be a B. Then an A outside the word circle. Then we have a D, a deep divot with 1, 2, 3 dots, so that would be bad. And we have this shallow divot with 2 lines, so that would be a W, O, and this L has 3 dots, making it an L, and then 3 lines on the F again, just like these 3 lines on the F in Fantastic. And then we have this one, and this one is actually the trickiest. I have two funky things happening. The first and obvious one is that instead of having circles, I have ellipses, and this gives it that 3D kind of spinning top effect that I'm really proud of. And the next one is we have slashes through our vowels. So here we have our double L with 1, 2, 3 dots, and I wanted to make sure this A was read before the double L, because right now it's attached to the double L. It's in the same position. That means it would be read after the double L. So I've got to scooch it up 1, 2 letters. So I put 2 slashes through it. So each slash through a vowel moves it up 1 letter in the stack. So here we have 2 slashes through the A, so it moves it up in front of this double L. And then we have an O inside the word circle. This is an N with 1 line on it, and then we have an S with 1, 2, 3 lines on it. Then we have our next little word circle here. There's a hyphen on it, and if we look to our punctuation, a hyphen is a triple line. And then we have a Y, circle on the line of the word circle with 2 dots right here. So yeah, that would be our allons-y. I'm really proud of these designs. I think they're super cool, and I hope you like them too. Bye.